Congratulations. I guess we can all rest better now. Carson played, he got a hit, and he still lives to tell about it. Talk about his performance a little bit, though.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we were excited that he's back in the lineup, and you know, he's really worked extremely hard to put himself in position. So guys were electric. The stadium was jazzed up when we introduced him, and you know, it just brings for him. I thought there were flashes of brilliance, and then there were rookie moments. You know, but that's to be expected. He hadn't played in, you know, however many days and games, and you know, he's coming off an injury, so it's to be expected a little bit. But I thought overall he handled himself extremely well. He put us in and out of bad plays into good plays, and really managed the game that well. I thought being able to shoot the ball down the field a couple times, you know, Wendell made a nice catch for him. I mean, Ertz late in the game. I mean, just time and time again he flashed, and that's what you like to see about, you know, and with Carson.
You're talking about Wendell and those guys backing up. Sproles you don't have, Jay Ajayi you don't have. A little bit more about Corey, about Wendell and their performance, because I thought they both were really good today.
Both those guys, I mean, we ask a lot. They're core special teams players, and then they're also situational guys, role players on offense. And you know, these two guys are very special to this offense. And you know, we were down Jay, we were down Sproles, as you said, but two guys that just don't really care. I mean, they just want to play ball, and they love playing ball, being out there and whatever they can do to help this football team win. And it was really exciting for both of those guys for me to see them both and how hard they ran. And then, of course, Wendell to score at the end to give us the lead.
Does Carson bring a different energy to this offense, to this football team?
He does, and it might not be in words, but it's more in his actions. It's how he can escape the pocket and extend plays with his legs, and you know, keep his eyes down the field and make some good throws down. And that's where the energy a lot of the times comes from. And he's a great leader, you know, obviously in the locker room and on the team, but just an exciting player to have back on offense.
Tough to win when you have turnovers. You had 2, but your defense only gave up 2 field goals, 6 points in those situations. How big was that your defense stood up? Yeah,
our defense is playing extremely well. Red zone defense, especially, you know, here at the Link. I mean, you know, I think 10 possessions and only 2 scores. So it's tremendous that they bow their neck when they have to. And you know, conversely, offensively, we can't turn the ball over that deep in our zone. But we have a lot of confidence that our defense is going to hold them to at least a field goal. And obviously, the field gets restricted.
Yes.
And lanes get tighter, things get a little bit faster down there, but our guys rise to the occasion, do a nice job.
Fletcher Cox is always a constant on that defense, but today Derek Boynett was outstanding. He's really becoming a run stopper. You want to talk a little bit about what he brings?
Derek's just he's a great person. He's a great kid, and we're so excited to have him. And you know, again, somewhere 96 is going to show up in a football game, and he did it several times today, and came up with a big play at the end of the game to help us, you know, win this football game. And you know, again, he's an unselfish player. He just loves to play, wants to be out there. If you ask him to play special teams, he will. You know, if you want to rush the passer, he will. You want to rotate him, he will. I mean, he just, whatever he can do to help us win football games, and he's just he's a great kid, great athlete, and really brings a little energy to that defense.
Is it any more difficult that it's Frank Reich on the other side and one of your dear friends?
You know, once you kick it off and start playing games, you really don't think about it. But leading up to it, you know, it was exciting to see him, and he's going to have a lot of success in Indianapolis, and it's a good football team, good quarterback, and you can definitely see by the way they play. They play hard. They play hard for Frank, and that's a tribute to him and what he's brought to that organization. And it was exciting to see him, but I'm glad we came out on top.
Thanks, Coach. Enjoy the win.
Thanks, Quick.